What this is about is actually there was this report that just came out last month about circular construction, and it's painting the picture of a construction sector at the moment that is not at all circular. So a third of our waste in Europe is construction waste. So it's 700 kilos for you, 700 kilos per day of construction waste. And some of you might know the waste hierarchy that we have in Europe. First of all, we should prevent it in the first place. If we can't do that, then we should reuse it for the same purpose as it was meant. If we can't do that, then at least recycle it. But what happens to most of construction waste is somewhere between recovery and recycling, understood as downcycling. So a brick is not used as a brick, but is used as a noise barrier next to a road or something. Okay, it's better than nothing, but is it actually substituting virgin material? Well, I guess they sometimes make the wall bigger and higher just because they have all the material. So it's a cheaper way to dispose of it. If you can at least recover it, then you don't have to pay the tax. But the issue is that if we can organize it differently, for instance in the region, so that construction waste is not just downcycled or recovered, but is actually reused, then we can substitute a lot of virgin material. So we're talking about thousands of tons just in the region. Some of it is bricks, and especially if it's old bricks, they are actually capable of being, you can clean off the mortar, because it's based on lime mortar, not cement mortar, and then you can sell this brick for new builds, and you can actually put a price tag on an old brick like this, 15 kroner if it's red, 7 if it's yellow. The yellow are not so popular, I don't know why. We could use this illustration. It's easy to remember. I would say it looks like a dead cow to me, and if you look at the different perspectives of the circular economy, it's from an article that was published this year. The first priority should be to narrow the flow of materials, so to use less. How can we actually organize the building industry so that they don't buy as many bricks, they buy only exactly the amount of bricks they need, and then how can we make them last longer? How can we extend the lifetime of the different components? When we have done both this and this, then it's about how we can close the circle and how we can regenerate and not downcycle here, but upcycle and improve the value of the building material. And that's what this project is about, or this proposal. And some of you, I put in here the urban energy and environmental planning engineers, but also construction management is I didn't put in computer science yet, but it could be a project that involves many different. Definitely you would also need some. It would be nice to have some law students because there are some legal obstructions hindering the circularity of building material as it is, and also some business communication people. Maybe a digital assessment when you do the demolition that okay, what about this color? Is it the red color that the architect wants? And so some of the expertise about the value setting of different products, how can you get that out at the demolition site at the moment it's needed? Is it about asking your app, is this the right stone? It's also about this stone, is it a front stone or is it a back stone? So can it take the weather? And to tell you about that, you actually hit it with a hammer. And if it says cling, then it's one kind of stone brick, and if it says clong, then it's a different kind. And there you could maybe copy some of the intelligence of a guitar tuner, that the frequency that the sound gives tells you at what temperature was this brick made, and what is therefore the strength of this. Is it a front stone worth 15 kroner, or is it a back stone worth almost nothing? And also communication and design people and maybe architects. Is this a nice stone? Some architects would say, this is fantastic. This is the real industrial message. It's raw. It's a nice brick. While this is it's too dry. It's too boring. So some architects would say the storytelling of using reused bricks is a lot better because you get you get a different impression from looking at a building that has different tones, different colors. This is made of reused bricks. So some architects would even say it has a higher value because it's not all the same as industrial products nowadays.
Is this one cheaper or more expensive?
You can buy the cheapest new brick you can buy for around 4 kroner today. This you would have to pay 15 kroner for an old brick. Yeah, but you have a story, and the story includes not only the 200 years and you know from which building this came, but maybe also that you have supplied jobs in northern Jutland, and because a modern industrial brick factory, there's maybe 10 people working there, but here there's 10 people involved in cleaning, and it's different kind of competences. So you provide also jobs for the challenged people on the edge of the labor market.
Can I ask you, is this only about bricks, or is it just example, or do you also consider like different construction materials?
It's an example. It's one of the easiest examples, but it could also be about timber. So here the difference is, if you have a look at this picture here, using timber for reconstructing new building elements, or is it chopped up into fiber boards, or is it even incinerated? So it's not only bricks, it could also be about concrete. The gainings of reusing concrete are not at the same economic level as reusing bricks, but you can definitely do better than at the moment where it's backfilling in the harbor. So it's put into the harbor of Aarhus, and then you expand the city, and is that really recycling, or is it just a cheap way to get rid of the waste? That's what happens to a lot of concrete at the moment.